Good evening, Peta Jane Madam with SBS World News Australia. NATO foreign ministers are tonight meeting for another round of talks in Berlin, but are seemingly no closer to a unified approach on Libya. France's defence minister wants the UN to pass a resolution that would allow allied forces to give greater support to rebels, but only Britain and the US support the idea. And while politicians debate the way forward, NATO forces are continuing their bombing mission. Former Guantanamo Bay detainee Mamdouh Habib is planning to take legal action in Egypt, where he claims to have been tortured. A suicide bomb attack at an Indonesian mosque has wounded at least 17 people. An international court has found 2 out of 3 ex-Croatian generals guilty of overseeing the killing of more than 300 Serbs in August 1995. Well, we've been warned about the price hikes, but according to one of the country's most powerful unions, the government's carbon tax will also cost jobs. The AWU says those working in the steel industry are most at risk and that the government must pledge more compensation or they'll withdraw support. It's put Labor in a tricky position and the coalition is seizing the moment. Independent MP, whose vote is crucial in passing the government's poker machine reforms, has gone on a Malaysian jungle trek that's sponsored by Clubs Australia. Andrew Wilkie is the man who's behind the push for pokies reform, and now he believes he's paying the price. There have been claims he forced junior cadets to salute Adolf Hitler when he was still a soldier. The independent MP says it's a smear campaign, but the gaming industry is having none of it and wants an apology. And V Australia flight aborted its takeoff in Los Angeles after suffering engine problems. The operator of Japan's stricken nuclear power plant has agreed to pay compensation to the residents of Fukushima. TEPCO's president apologised for the great pain his company has caused them. There was some relief today for thousands of disaster-weary families when an iconic Tokyo tourist attraction reopened to the public. The replica of Captain Cook's ship Endeavour has set sail on its first ever circumnavigation of Australia. Cybersecurity, identity theft and cocaine importation are among the biggest threats to Australia, according to a report detailing the impact of organised crime. The Crime Commission prepared the report as part of a high-tech offensive against organised crime. Pakistan is in financial trouble, partly because most residents don't pay their taxes. But the government is trying an unorthodox method of convincing tax evaders to pay up. They're sending in the heavies, but these tax collectors aren't your everyday standover men. Oil giant BP has held its annual general meeting in London as 100 protesters demonstrated outside. Ben Quilty's painting of renowned artist Margaret Olley has won the prestigious Archibald Prize. It's 7th time lucky for Mr Quilty. He's been a finalist 6 times and was a runner-up in 2009. And at 88, Margaret Olley is no stranger to the prize either. A once-in-a-2-decade flood has compelled a group of yachties to travel thousands of kilometres to go sailing on Lake Eyre. The only problem is it's illegal until permission can be obtained from its native title claimants. But the club insists they have every right to be there.